Um, I'm sharing the dashboard, yeah? Is it dashboard or Windows? The entire screen.
Can you share entire screen?
Okay, entire screen. Yeah. So, please, can you walk me through this? How do I?
So go back to your slides screen. Go to your slide screen now. Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
So
it's
just
okay
go
now.
to next.
Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay. But I'm not able to see myself.
Don't worry, we can see you and you're doing so well. We can
Okay.
see you.
Okay. Good. Good morning. And good evening from Precious Olumese. Okay. So today we're going to be talking about developing routines that promotes relaxation, mindfulness, and self-compassion. You know, when I was given this topic, even till this morning, I was thinking, oh, apart from what I've really researched and from few of experiences with certain routines and all, what will I tell people? Because I'm suffering from this already. Will I say suffering? I'm having challenges with these certain routines already. And what I did was contact few people that I know that are mothers. Some have grown up kids now, and I asked them questions. This is what I'm going to talk about on Saturday, and I want to know your opinion. How were you able to set routines? How were you able to, and those routines you set, did it work out for you? How did it promote relaxation for you? Mindfulness? Were you self-compassionate and all? So I got answers from them, and most of the answers I got were, it varies, and I got to discover that as mothers, our routines are not one size fits all. No, our routines are different because we have different families, we have different children, different character traits and all. So we can't have the same routines. We can't have the same relaxation time and all. So it comes at different levels. So that was my key takeaway from there. But before I start this presentation, I want to thank the convener of Mindful Mom for this group. This group has really helped me. It has built me up seriously. It has given me shoulder to lie on. I'm really grateful, and to Mrs. Janet, she's always there, always there. Sometimes I talk to her, I ask her questions like, "Are you able to do this? Are you able to? You have your own family, you have work, you have everything. Are you able to bring in people into your own space again and share ideas with them?" So she's really a superwoman. Thank you so much, Ma, for this opportunity. So we're going to introduction. Like I said before, I've told us our topic. Our topic is developing routines that promote relaxation, mindfulness, and self-compassion. Please, I would appreciate if this class let us have an interactive class. Like I said before, this introduction is not all size fits all. I'm still struggling with setting routines, especially with my children. I'm still struggling with that. So I would like everybody to participate in this presentation. We are all presenting to ourselves today. So we are all, I'm just the anchor for today, but we are all the people presenting today. And I think after every slide or before every slide, we're going to have like a question an answer section where we just spend just few minutes and answer the question that was sent to me by Mrs. Janet. So you can type it in, but if you want to speak, please, I would appreciate if you can unmute and just talk about um about the question, answer the question. So introduction. As mothers, we are always everywhere. We are trying to be super mom to everybody, especially our children. We are trying to be good wives. We are trying to be good business women. We are trying to be good career person. But have you ever asked yourself a question? Who is your own super mom? Who is your own superhero? We are all meant to be our own superhero, but when we get to be a mother, we get to be a wife, we tend to prioritize other people above us, which in turn tends to make us produce less, like less productivity. We produce less, so we have challenges that we face as mothers in regards to routines and promoting confidence, self-compassion, relaxation, and mindfulness. And that is how to balance homework and personal goals. And this often leads to burnout because we are trying to balance this, we are trying to balance that. It leads to burnout. We have emotional and physical exhaustion, which is caused by society and self-imposed expectation. What are people thinking about me? What are they going to say? What we impose upon ourselves? Like, for example, before I got married, I have these plans, I have this expectation. At also age, you are supposed to be this, you are supposed to have this, you are supposed to have that. And at the end of the day, when I look at those diaries, there are so many things I didn't really achieve. And when you really sit down and think about it, these things are not things that are on a normal someone is supposed to achieve in 1 year. There are things that someone needs to be learning every day, and we are so hard on ourselves when it comes to we've not achieved those things. There are some things we have to prioritize first, and we just heap all those things upon ourselves and say, oh, we've not done this, we've not done that, we've not done that. So as mothers, these things tend to bring about challenges. Then we have neglecting self-care due to guilt, lack of time, or feeling selfish, feeling like selfish. We neglect ourselves so much as mothers, so much. We mothers, we wear wigs, and all. When we remove those wigs, we see that we are so unkept. We are so unkept as mothers. We don't take care of ourselves. We are not mindful about ourselves. We don't have time for ourselves. And we have this feeling that, oh, we're always selfish. When we have our own alone time, you tend to think, oh, I've not done this, I've not done that. Oh, my children are there. We tend to be, we now have this mom guilt, like what Sister Ireti shared last Saturday. If you've not listen to that, you really need to listen to that. I've listened to it like 3 times now, and it has blessed me on every level. You really need to listen to that, because this mom guilt of my children, my this, my that, am I doing enough? What am I not doing? You have to give yourself a break. We have to give ourselves a break. So we have to be our own super mom first. We have to be our own superhero first before because, okay, like Sister Ireti say we can't give what we don't have. That's just the truth, because we are giving out burnout. We are shouting at our children. We are tensed out, and we are sharing this to our children, forgetting that we are mirrors for our children to look out, like our children look up to us. And what we are doing, the children start imitating these things. So we have to first take care of ourselves, so that we'll be able to take care of our children. And we do this through setting routines. Now, what are the objectives of this presentation? Is to understand why relaxation, mindfulness, and self-compassion are vital. Like, it's on your screen, it's on the screen so you can follow me. Learn practical ways to build this into our daily life, and to equip us with practical routines to nurture a peaceful and compassionate mindset. So before we go to the next slide, I would like to ask a question. to identify our stress points. Now, the first activity we're going to, that is the first question, is list 3 moments in your day that feel most stressful. List 3 moments in your day that feels most stressful. Please, you can type it if you don't want to answer, or you can just unmute your mic and answer. I will start first. One of the moments that I feel most stressful is in the morning when the kids are going to school. I find that most stressful because when I'm waking them, when I'm waking them up, they are not getting up on time. They are running up and down. Okay, when you even eventually get them prepared for school, okay, eat your food, and they are not eating. Oh, my daughter will start picking the food, and I'm like, I'm shouting, I'm screaming, do this, you are supposed to eat on time. And do you know, in the UK their school resume by 8:30, and 8:40 the gate is locked. That means you need to go through the main gate, and if your name, I think your name comes out 3 to 4 times, they will report you to the council and you pay a fine. Then after that, I think they'll review it and you'll get social service coming to your house and all. And I'll wake these children. Sometimes I wake them as early as 6 o'clock just to get them prepared for 8:30. And we still go to school late. That is why I said this place is a place for everybody to learn. So please unmute and answer. I've given you one of the answers to my stressful moments in the day, and that is in the mornings when I dress my children to school. Please, can someone, I don't know if you can unmute and answer, what is your most stressful moment? Is anyone here?
Okay, good morning again.
Good
For me,
morning.
for me is when I share the same getting ready in the mornings. That can be a high point because sometimes I feel he's not totally awake or he's like a bit grumpy at that point when he's up, so he doesn't really want to get ready for school. So I have to be trying to get myself ready and get him ready at the same time. So there's a lot of stress. And also, when I'm on the road, whenever I'm on the road and I need to pick him up from school by a certain time, I have to rely on the public transport to get to him. So, it kind of a bit stressful watching the time and trying to get reliable transport to reach there at a certain time. It's Those are 2 points for me. And also when he's hyperactive in the evenings, like you're trying to get him settled down after playtime for bed, and you have to go through that routine and he maybe not be listening to you in the moment. That kind of, you just want him to relax at that point and yeah, settle down. Those are the 3 points for me that needs. I'm working on it, so over time, I'm sure it will improve.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. You see, every mother is going through this. I'm not the only one. It's kind of relieving to know that I'm not the only one in this. My children are so hyperactive, and oh my God, I can't begin to tell you. I reached out to Mrs. Janet and I told her this is it. So she gave me this topic. And researching about this topic has really given me insight on how to handle my routines, how to set these routines to fit my family and I. So let's quickly get into it. What is routine? I wrote here that they are sequence of action regularly followed. Routines are sequence of action that we need to follow. You can write down your routine, you can type it in
Sorry,
your.
Precious. Someone was raising up her hand. I don't know
Oh,
if her
I'm
hand is
sorry.
still.
Okay.
I think one Alexandra, but I don't know if her hand is still up.
Please, can you? I'm sorry, I'm not seeing them
Oh,
because of
yeah,
my.
no problem. Your Osha.
Yes. Please, can you
Alexandra.
answer, Alexandra? I'm sorry. Is her hand still raised up?
I can't say that. Maybe you should proceed. If she wants to talk, then we'll
Mhm.
take her questions.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
No problem.
I mean, okay. So routines are set of sequence of action that we need to follow regularly. Now we have what are the importance of routines to mothers? We have it reduces our stress, greater organization level, improved time management, stronger family relationship like bonding, activities together. We have productivity. We become a lot productive. Emotional well-being, that is improved mood, reduce stress and anxiety. Then we have boundary settings. Now, when we establish routine, we help to set healthy boundaries that ensures that we prioritize our needs and protect our time and energy. Now, all these things come in. I will let me a story about myself and my daughter. My daughter likes to wash the dishes, but I don't always allow her to, because I feel like she gives me more work after that, because there are water on the she pours water on the ground and all. So I tend to stop her. And I noticed that recently, when I say, okay, go and do the dishes, she said she just tell me, no mommy, I'm watching the TV. She just runs around and come back and sit down. And I'm thinking, but she likes doing this. I stopped her. Now there's more stress on me because I stopped her from doing all those things. So what I plan on doing now is to go to Tesco's, get like a big bowl for her that she can wash plate in and rinse the plate without pouring the water on the ground. So that would now it will now give me less burden, less time, and less chores to do. Then she used to clean the lounge. Once she wants to clean the lounge, she cleans it, and you think it's an adult that cleans it. But recently, maybe because I stopped her from doing the dishes, she stopped doing cleaning the lounge. When you even tell her to clean the lounge, now she mumbles. So I'm going to be setting those routines. I'm going to reset those routines again to enable us work together. Now we have importance of teaching children routines from early stage. They develop life skills like cleanliness. Like I said with my daughter, once she wants to clean, she cleans very well. She'll be 6 this year, but she started doing that from 4 years. Just that when she turns 6 now, she's becoming a bit I don't want to use difficult, but I don't know what other words to use. So that is that. You teach your children how to develop life skills like taking care of themselves, brushing their teeth, completing their homework. Then you build healthy habits like eating, sleeping well. You promote their social and cognitive skills like helping children to understand how events should come up, which help them to work on their patience and their self-control. You develop children mental health and less anxiety. I'm a mental health support worker, and you tend to see teenagers and young adults in those facilities. And when you look at their case file, you notice that these children, they were not really managed the way they are supposed to be managed. Most of them are not managed. Not all of them, though. Most of them are not managed from childhood the way they are supposed to be brought up. You set routine for children so that they will know, okay, this is what I need to do per time. When you even set routine, your children will not have time to go on and have relationship or have friends that are, let me just use the word wayward per se. So organization, your children will be very organized when you set all these routines for your children. Let me just note this. Then the place of consistency in routine. Now, okay, the place of consistency in routine. We have routines provide a sense of structure, helping you feel grounded and in control. Now, when you are consistent in your routine, it helps you. This is the structure of things. This is how things should come up. It helps you get grounded in you are able to control your activities, you're able to control your home well, you're able to direct your children to the right path, but you need to be consistent. I wrote here, I said you as a person should be consistent. but your routine might not be. What do I mean? What do I mean by, as a person, you need to be consistent, but your routine might not be consistent? What I mean is that routine shouldn't be too rigid for change, and should not be too flexible to fail. What do I mean by this? When we set routine, sometimes we make it too rigid that we cannot change those routine. And sometimes we make it too flexible that we fail on certain routines. For example, if you are migrating, you are traveling to another state, for example, or as a mom, you are traveling, your routine definitely will change. But if it's something you made rigid, you will not be able to accommodate those changes. Then again, emergencies can come up. Medical emergencies can come up. Children's school emergency can come. For example, my children's school now, we are taking the kids to school so that we as parents will rest a bit. It's part of why we are taking them to school, right? So that they will go to school and learn. We were at home, we can do what we need to do. And this is not like back in Nigeria. Children's school, we can take the children to school as early as 7:30 and pick them up as late as 5 o'clock, as 6 o'clock. So we have time to do whatever we need to do. Then even the little children, we can pay for crèche and keep the children there, make sure their food is provided and all. Or we can even take them to family members. But in diaspora, we know we can't really do that because everyone has a schedule. Everywhere your parents, your family members are not even here most of the time. They are back home. So how will you do all this? So you need to make your routine very not very rigid and not very flexible, that you and your partner can work around it to improve on it. Yes, I'll just have to improve on it. Now we have consequences of neglecting routines. What are the consequences? Physical health. We have this physical health can lead to poor nutrition, and it's true because I'm going to be using myself as an example very well in this presentation. Sometimes you tend to not eat, not that you're fasting. I'm a Christian, so not that you're fasting, but you notice that it's 3 p.m. already and you've not eaten, you've not even had water, and you are doing all the work at home, you are taking care of the kids are running up and down, and you just feel burnt out. Then we don't have exercise time because we didn't set our routines well. Then we have mental health, we have anxiety, we have depression, like I said earlier, burnt out, because we are trying to meet up with what the society will say. We are trying to meet up with how you think you should take care of your children. We are trying to meet up with our businesses, with our career, and it just weighs us down. Then relationship, as it makes our relationship strained. We will not have proper relationship with the children and even our partners. Then we have reduced productivity because we are trying to multitask. We are trying to just multitask everywhere. We are just multitasking. And when I notice something with multitasking, it's good to multitask on chores or routines that are similar. We can multitask. But what of routines that are not similar? For example, I'm a fashion designer and a coach and career. Imagine all those. I can't join them together. It's not possible. It's not possible. So imagine me now. I'm sewing. I have like a customer's clothes to sew and meet up. The customer is coming in the evening to collect his address. Then I have the house is started and I'm looking at this house. I'm not comfortable with the way the house is. I'm trying to arrange the house. I'm trying to, so it's not possible. It's just not possible to meet up with those two tasks because they are not even related. The routine, they are not related at all. So we have low productivity or reduced productivity. We are confused. Most of the time we are confused. Like I used to call Mrs. Janet, and I'll call her and I'm sending voice notes. I'm confused about this. What should I do? Because I don't have a set up routine to help me. And I know that if I'm going through something like this, most mothers are, in fact, majority of mothers are going through something like this. Before we started this call, immediately I called in, I saw Mrs. Ireti with her baby on her lap, then the other one watching the TV. And I'm like, oh my God, how are you able to keep them quiet? I asked them how old are they? How are you able to keep them quiet? Because my children will not stay quiet because I've not set this routine, which I'm in the process of setting now. And I know it will work. And I can't set it alone. I have to do it with my husband. Once my husband is at home, okay, this is what we're going to do, this is what we're going to do. So it's like a collaboration thing between me and my husband. So when they see you and your partner do it 2 times, 3 times, they fall into this routine. It's very easy for children to fall into this routine. It's just because we and our husbands or our partners have not really sat down together to say, okay, this is what we should do, this is what we should do per time. Because once the children they mirror us, then they see what they know what they are doing most of the time. So before I go to the next slide quickly, we have another activity that I would like us to let's brainstorm three simple activities that help us feel relaxed. What are the 3 activities that you know that help you feel relaxed? And choose your anchor times. What are the times that you feel when you do these activities, you feel more relaxed? I'll go first. One of the activities I do that make me feel relaxed, like very relaxed, you see singing gospel songs and dancing. I feel relaxed anytime. It can be anytime. I might just finish shouting and I play gospel music and I'm relaxed. So another one is prayers. Prayers really help me feel relaxed. Why does it help me feel relaxed? Because I feel like I'm talking to my father that understands this thing. There is a peace that comes from the inside of me whenever I pray. And you see, when you see scriptures that goes with that situation you're going through at that time, you just feel so relaxed. So prayers make me feel relaxed. And the last thing that makes me feel relaxed is going out with my family. Not just going out to the playground. Oh, I don't like playground because I'll tend to be running after the children. You see, the is going out to maybe see a movie, just going to a close place where we can do a close activity together. So it makes me feel relaxed. And this can be at any time. It can be in the morning, can be in the afternoon, can be in the evening. So do you have answer to this, please? You can unmute or you can type. This is Irene. Is anyone raising up their hands?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Is sleeping everything? Because sleeping makes me feel relaxed.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah. Because you set time for your sleep and you set alarm to wake up, yeah?
Yeah,
So,
sleeping is one of the things I do that makes me feel relaxed. That's it looks like my personal time. It's a me time for me. When I
mm,
don't have to worry about anybody. Then going out as well. Window shopping makes me feel relaxed. I think those two, then songs as well. Yeah, I love to sing. They make me feel relaxed.
okay. That's good. Is there another person? Okay, thank you, sister.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, yeah.
um, playing Yoruba praise music like with a
Yeah.
Bluetooth speaker. Just and doing what I have to do really makes me feel relaxed. Yeah.
Okay, any other one? Okay.
I do
Um,
I do listen to motivational speech, and while I'm busy, that makes me relaxed. I listen on, with my Bluetooth on, and also listening to news. I love watching news, so
Wow.
sometimes I just put it on to know what is going on, and I feel relaxed. Um, I do take here and there a little nap, but not that much. But mostly listening to gospel music motivational speech, then listen to the news. I
Mm.
feel relaxed. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Mom.
Hello. Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
For me, what I do to rewind and that makes me feel relaxed is one, I love worship songs. Worship songs. That's where I just love in and it's my own safe place.
Mm.
And the second one is going to the gym. Oh Jesus, I love going to the gym. If I'm in the gym like this, I just feel that I don't have anything that is bothering me again. Like when I'm working out, I don't think of anything. I'm just thinking about myself, how to grow and stuff like that. Then the third one is reading. I love reading. So it keeps me mentally alert. So
Yeah.
that's the three things that makes me feel relaxed. Yeah.
Okay. And this can come at any time of the day, yeah?
Yes, it can come at any time of the day. I do go to gym sometimes by 8 p.m. in the night. So
Mm.
I can go anytime I feel like. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you, moms. Thank you, moms, for sharing. You see, we all have
Can I
similar.
just quickly add one more? Sorry to interrupt you. I just discovered this one. So I thought naturally I had a very poor sense of humor. I thought I had a low, I didn't have sense of humor until I started watching comedy on YouTube by Shaggy and all these Nigerian comedians. And I discovered that so I can laugh to comedy. So it's just something I discovered. And indirectly, I'm even killing two stones with one bird because my daughter is able to learn our country's culture, our the way we talk, the things about us, and there's one funny one just to make everybody laugh. Recently, there was one skit on Father Christmas, and they were saying Father Christmas, but my daughter was saying it's Santa. So she was saying it's Santa, but we say it's Father Christmas. So things like that, she's able to learn it directly our culture and the way we do things back home. So when she goes home, she's not surprised. So I just discovered that actually comedy can make me relax. So it's a good one.
You see, thank you, mom. Like I said earlier, it's not one size fits all. What will make me relax is not what will make you relax. But if you notice, there's a pattern here that each and every one of us that have spoken have. We have one or two things in common that makes us relax. That is what makes us human. That is what makes us moms. We listen to music. Everybody loves music, so it depends on the genre of music you like. Then one of the moms says news. You see, that is our own relaxation. That is what makes her relax. But me, I tend to get tense when I listen to news, especially news coming from back home. You are seeing kidnapping, you are seeing I'm not praying, you are seeing plane crash, you're seeing death, you're seeing war. It makes me tense up and I start thinking, I start overthinking. So you see, but for her is what makes her very relaxed. So yeah. So the next, I'm going to run through this time. So the next,
Someone is raising up her hand.
oh
I saw
okay.
your hand now. Yeah.
Please, mom, you
I
can
think
add.
firewall or something.
Yes, ma. Mrs. Taiwo, are you there? I'm sorry, I'm not seeing that part of the screen. That is why. But if you're there, you can just when you notice that anybody is not speaking, you can just speak up. So the next slide is relaxation and mindfulness defined. So I'm going to define what is relaxation and what is mindfulness to us. Relaxation, I say, is a state of being free from tension and stress, achieved through conscious effort, specific techniques, practices, or activities. That means relaxation is what we do consciously. It takes our conscious effort, and relaxation can be to reduce tension, it can be to reduce stress, and there are specific techniques we can use, like practices, like activities. What are the activities that make you relax? What are the practices that makes you relax? Then we have mindfulness, which I say is the process of being present and fully engaged in the moment, giving it your undivided attention. Now, I put relaxation and mindfulness together because you cannot relax if you are not mindful. You cannot engage fully. To engage, you need to be mindful. So you cannot engage fully in relaxation, in techniques, in practices, in activities when you are not mindful. You are not giving it your undivided attention. And I said benefits of relaxation and mindfulness. We have the scientific benefit, we have the mental health benefit, the physical benefit. And the scientific benefits means it says normalizes blood pressure, reduces stress and hormonal level, improves sleep quality. When we relax well, when we are mindful of the activities we do, we notice that our routines, when we are mindful of our routines, when we give it our undivided attention and we do our routines. Well, for example, if your routine is per hour and you make sure that okay, you don't procrastinate it, you just do it as it's supposed to be. You take your rest when you're supposed to take your rest. Maybe you put in that you're going to have a 2 hours rest in the afternoon. You have to see to it. You have to be mindful that you take those 2 hours rest. Because if you don't take it, you become cranky in the next 4 hours. When you start your other activity, you become so cranky. Your husband is talking to you. I can say this because it happens to me. Your husband will be talking to you. It's not your husband that say, okay, don't sleep. Oh. You just say, okay, because I've not done this. I've finished this on time. I have not done this. Okay, let me just do this, use my sleep time to do this. And at the end of the day, you discover that your children will never allow you to sleep you've rescheduled to sleep. You become cranky. Your husband is talking to you and you're saying, I've not had my sleep. I sacrificed my sleep. And he's asking you, who asked you to sacrifice your sleep? So you have to be mindful of your routine to be able to have a good relaxed sleep. Then we have enhanced emotional regulation, improves focus and overall function that helps us stay present and focused in the current moment. It reduces anxiety and depression. Now, when I came to the UK, because it's quite different in Nigeria, back in Nigeria, when I want to sew, my sister take care of the children. They don't even disturb me back in Nigeria because they have so many people they are playing with. They have so many things they are doing. But when I came here, I noticed they are too clingy all over me. And at a point, I became depressed because I could not do anything. I could not even walk because my husband was working. We just came in new. I could not walk. I was so depressed. I was so tired. I became so depressed that when I look at my children, I'm like, who are these people? And immediately, like I said earlier, one of the things that make me is gospel music, preaching. When I listen to anything, God, and I started noticing this depression. I said, no, I cannot allow this to take over me. And I started praying about it. And in within 2 weeks, I'm okay. Within 2 weeks, I'm okay. I started setting okay, even though it's not full routine, short routines that began to help me to get over these things. So we have core principles of mindfulness, awareness. Be present, recognize your thoughts and emotions, be present with yourself, recognize when you are going AY, recognize when you need to stop. Just be aware of yourself, non-judgment. Don't be judgmental. Learn to forgive yourself, learn to accept experiences as they are. Learn to accept experiences as they are. I wrote here, I say multitasking is not allowed. When you are trying to be mindful, you don't multitask. Do one thing at a time. That is why you set routines. Intentionality, focus on your purpose or activity with full attention. You have to be intentional about what you are doing. Then I say daily practices to creating relaxation routines that reduces stress. What are the daily practices that that we can create for relaxation that reduces stress? Like I listed, we have meditation. You have to focus on what you are doing per time. Focus on it and give it your full attention to make sure that you finish it well. We have body scans. What is body What do we mean by body scans? Sorry, I wrote it here. Body scans, yes. We should always be in tune with our body, find ways to realize to release tension. We should find ways to release tension, to know that okay, this is it per time. Find what to do. What to do. Just look at yourself. Just know what is going on in your body at that period, to find ways to how will I okay, for example, I started the LinkedIn challenge some time ago, and I'm always, because I wanted I didn't have routine for it, because I wanted to just meet up with posting every day. I will stay up for till 4 a.m. and I would have little or no sleep just to post something online. And one evening, I just noticed that my body was shutting down. I was becoming faint. My eyes were turning, and I was like, what am I doing? What is going on? What is going on? And immediately nobody told me. I just left that thing. Because I get myself sense. So I say, if I don't do this thing, if I die doing this thing, now people will continue their life. And me, I'll be dead. I'll leave my children, I'll leave my husband, I'll leave my family. And I just gave myself sense. And I left it. I went to sleep. And when I woke up in the morning, although I wasn't much better, but I was much better, because I realized that moment, I knew what my body was telling me. My body needed rest, which I was not giving my body. So you have to do body scans. We have to be mindful about what we eat. Because we are trying to meet up with all these things, we eat anything we see. We don't sit down to really take care of ourselves. We can sit down to cook good food for our children. Okay, my husband is coming from work, we cook good food. But if it's just you just tend to just eat anything you want to eat. So we have physical exercises like going to the gym. I went to the gym last week and I enjoyed myself. My God. Just I think 1 hour, 30 minutes. I enjoyed myself. It was like I've been to the gym, but it's been a while. It's been like a year plus. And I went to the gym just last week and I felt so refreshed, as if there was something that just lifted. Although after I came back, there were body aches. But it doesn't matter. At that moment, I just felt so good. I unplugged myself. Coming to the unplugging part, if leave social media, remove yourself from things that are pressuring you at that time. Just remove yourself, leave social media, remove yourself, leave screen, anything you know that are distractions at that moment that you don't need at that moment, just remove it. Unplug yourself and just relax. We have progressive muscle relaxation like massages. You can set in a week, I'm going to the to get a massage, or monthly. Then you can even, there are some massages, there are some forehead massages. Maybe you're having headache, you're stressed out, there are some forehead massages you can give yourself, or you can tell your partner to give. Just caress yourself a bit, touch, just massage your feet. So all those things are daily practices that can make us relax. We have spiritual exercises. That is why, if you notice, I put in the picture there, I put prayers. It's one of my own relaxation. This thing, when I talk to my maker, then I get answers. That is just the truth. Just that as parents, we don't have time. To pray. Like this prayer I'm telling you, I love doing. Back then in school, I can spend 2 hours praying. I can spend 2 hours studying. But now we don't have time to do all those things. But we need to bring it back. Even though it's not 2 hours, create little time that you can do all these small prayers. Maybe 15 minutes prayers, 15 minutes reading of the Bible. Just spread it around. And you see that you are meeting up. Then involving your children, we have to involve our children in what we do, so that they will know that it's not easy. When they do it 2 to 3 times, they know that it's not easy to sweep the whole place, to sweep the whole lounge. They will stop littering the place. Then involving partners. This thing and this one, we have to involve our partners. We have African partners. The African men, some of them just think, some of them have that mentality, is the woman that is supposed to do this thing. And women, we are mothers, we are business owners, we are career people, we go to work just like them. And we are coming back, the house, the lounge that you arrange is upside down, and they are not doing anything about it. So we have to involve our partners. Talk to them. Talk to them. This thing you're doing is really bringing me down. Do you understand? We need to talk to our partners. We need to involve our partners in whatsoever we are doing. I'll just finish with the slide before we ask the last questions because time. So I have your understanding the core concept of self-compassion. Now, what is self-compassion? Is treating yourself with kindness, understanding, and care, especially moments of trial or difficulties, treating ourselves with same empathy and care that we would offer a close friend or family. We have this self-compassion we don't have for ourselves as mothers. I can say it for a fact for myself, and I know that as you're sitting down in your seat or laying on your bed, you know that I'm telling you the truth. I'm saying the truth. Now we don't have self-compassion for ourselves. This mommy guilt, this wife guilt, this we need to do this, we need to do that. What about yourself? What are you what do you want at that time? We have our own expectations to meet up with. We have what people are saying. We have what your husband is saying. We have what mommy guilt, that we just have things that are coming up that we just, okay, I can let go of myself. Let me just sacrifice myself for other people. What about yourself? What about yourself? Someone, my mother-in-law went to the market yesterday. She's in Nigeria, and she said she has been feeling as if she has malaria because she retired as a nurse. She knows how whenever she's having malaria symptoms, she knows that she has been feeling that she has malaria. But because she wanted to go get food for the dog, and it's fasting period, she was fasting also. She wanted to go get food for the dogs. She didn't send her children because the children too were fasting. She went herself. The only thing she could remember was people pouring her water, and she was just waking up inside the market because she didn't love herself that much to just calm down. Why not give it out to someone? Okay, help me buy this thing. Give the person transportation, or better still, call her children. Go and buy this thing. Give them transportation, this thing, my money. Let them go and buy it. We are not just, we don't just have self-compassion for ourselves. We are taking more than we can carry, which is bad. So we have benefit of self-compassion. We have, it boosts self-esteem, resilience, encourages positive coping mechanisms, reduces self-criticism, and promotes emotional well-being, even cures depression. Yes, it cures depression because you are thinking of yourself, what is good for me at this moment. And once you start doing what is good for you, you see that you start reducing depression. Now we have steps to practicing self-compassion. If you look at the picture I post up there, if you look at up there, the mom is sleeping and the children are doing the work. That is self-compassion. I can be arranging the room, and I know it's the same thing with other moms. You can be them cleaning the lounge, and as you're cleaning it, your son or your daughter is pouring something where you've cleaned already, and the boy is looking at you and say, ha ha. My son used to do that. He say, ha ha, and I'll be like, I just clean that place, clean it. And you see, you start running up and down. You start running up and down because he wants you. But when you start involving them in this thing, they will know what it feels like. So you rest. Self-compassion is when you feel stressed, even though the house is upside down, carry your book, go and look for a place and just sit down, just like this lady is sitting down, and read your book. If it's 2 page you want to read, just read it. When you finish, you calm down, you come back and continue what you're doing. If it's prayer, that is your own self-compassion, that is your own language for self-compassion. Please do it. Now we have steps to practice. I'm so sorry, I'm taking time to practicing self-compassion. We have acknowledge your feelings. You have to acknowledge your feelings. So yeah, you have to acknowledge your feelings, be kind to yourself. You have to be self-aware. Identify patterns, habits, and areas that you need to implement. What are the patterns? When you start acknowledging all these things, you first need to know, okay, you have to be self-aware that you are not showing yourself compassion the way you need to. You are not showing yourself self-care the way you need to. So number two, recognize moment of stress and hardship without judgment. Recognize that you are stressed out without judging yourself. Oh, my children will stay in a dirty place. Oh, my husband has not eaten, I need to go and cook. Just recognize that moment that you are stressed. Just take out, even though it's 30 minutes, it's 20 minutes, it's 15. You'll be surprised what 15 minutes break can do for us. Just take it out and just rest. See, deep breathing, just breathe in. You you'll be surprised what deep breathing can do. Just 5 minutes deep breathing exercise. You'll be surprised what it can do for us as mothers. So we have them talk kindly to yourself. Use encouraging and supportive words on yourself. We need to be kind to ourselves. You are looking at your goals, you are looking at your vision, and you are talking down on yourself. If you are talking down on yourself, one of my love languages the affirmations or self, that is encouragement. If someone talks down on me, I feel so low and I can work with it for so long. So but imagine someone is talking about you like that, and you're feeling like that. When you are thinking of yourself so low, how do you think you can overcome all these challenges? You have to always be kind to yourself. Then we have develop and write down affirmations to yourself daily. You have to develop, write down, I am a great mom. I am a great businesswoman. I make exploits daily. I can do this. I am possible. I have this new coach that he used to say, you are possible, Precious. And I love that word. You are possible. I am possible. I can do it. Affirmations, self-affirmations for yourself. Go and write it on the wall. Just place it. When you are getting stressed, you'll be surprised. When you are cleaning the lounge and you are getting stressed, you are shouting, you are screaming, and you just turn and you see, okay, what you've written about yourself. I can do this, you can do this. And you just look at it. You see, you just smile. And you see that you're calm and you start doing whatever you're doing. Embrace imperfection. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. It's not everything you can meet up with as a mother. Embrace those imperfections. Then that is what makes us human. Learn to say no. Learn to say no as a mom. You should learn to always say no as a mom. It's not everything you give to your children. It's not everything you agree to. Learn to say no. Prioritize yourself also. Think of yourself also. For example, my children, I notice when I put television on for them, they calm down and they relax. But I notice that television is not always good for them. It's not always good for them. And for me to relax, I'll just put it for them. It's not good. So now I learned, if they say on the TV, I said no. If they want to disturb me, I give them something else to do. Though it will just take their attention for 15 minutes and they're back again. Give them another thing to do. But learn to say no. Learn to say no. I'm so sorry. I'm taking too much time. Barriers to relaxation, mindfulness, and compassion. We have so many things that are barriers, are stumbling blocks to us being relaxed and mindful about ourselves, and to have to be empathetic to us towards ourselves. And that is lack of time. We have lack of consistency. We have impatience and lack of support. Now, what are the solutions to this lack of time? You have to start now. You mustn't start big. You mustn't start great. Just start small. Stop procrastination. Just start it small. Set your routine little by little. Just start small. You mustn't start big. Then use reminders to help with consistency. Set alarm, accountability partners. Just reach out to someone, your husband, reach out. If it's Black community around you, you have Black communities, reach out to someone. Just be consistent. Seek, like I said, seek support when you need it. I said about Black community. If you know that you just need rest and your children will not allow you, like me, my children doesn't allow me sleep in the afternoon. My son will just go and open the window. He say, "Mommy, it's afternoon. It's morning. Look, it's morning. Wake up." And I'll be sleeping. You hear the very, very good slap on your face. Stand up, mommy. And no matter how you scream and stop it, don't do that again, they'll still do it again because they feel in their own perspective, you are not supposed to be sleeping by that time. Because that time they're in school or something, you are not supposed to be sleeping by that time. If you have a Black community, someone you can trust, even though it's 1 hour, take them there and just come back and just relax. Relax yourself. If your husband is not around. Then Yes, those are the solutions. Then, like you see that image there, you say, Hallelujah, God answered my prayers. So when you use all these, God answered your prayers. You can see that image in the conclusion part. I am ready for a new chapter in my life. Are you ready for a new chapter in your life? Are you ready as a mom? Like I said earlier, be your own superhero. Be your own superhero. Don't wait for someone else to be a superhero. Don't be everybody's superhero, including your siblings at home, and forget or neglect yourself. Please, let's self-care. Mindfulness activities, set routines, not just for your own good, but for your family's good. Set routines for your children so that when you start doing all these things, you see that you boost your children up, you boost yourself up. You are always happy. Your children is seeing you happy and they're happy. You are happy with your husband. You are working together. Just set routine. As a woman, see, your husband will not do that thing for you. You are the one. We are the one as women that we set those routines and we take it to our husband. This is it, though, and we must follow it, because they will not set, they will tell you to set, and sometimes when you set they will not follow it. You must make sure that they follow it. So that is it. So before my this thing, I would like to ask the last question, but write 3 affirmations to replace negative self-talk. 3 affirmation. What are your negative self-talk? What have you spoken negatively about yourself? Like me, for example, I'll go first. I used to say, I used to think, am I a good mom? Am I raising these children right? And I saw a quote recently that behind every great child is a mother that is thinking, hope I'm raising my kid right. Hope I'm raising my children right. So I've stopped that now. Because it's I just saw it yesterday because I was researching for this topic. And I've stopped it now because my children are going to turn out great. It's not just about me. I'm putting them in prayers and I'm doing my best. So I'm not going to be thinking of that thing again, that I hope my children are coming out well in this England, or see the way children are. I'm not going to be thinking like that again. I'm going to be using good affirmations on myself and my children. So please, can one or two mom um quickly unmute and say something? What are the negative replace your good self-affirmations now with the negative ones you've said before about yourself? Please, can you unmute and
I would like to say something. For me, when there's a task for me to do, sometimes I do tell myself that I can't do it. It's like I can't, it's like it's too much, I can't do it. In my mind, it's like I can't, especially in a career aspect, like I can't do this. But nowadays I started talking to myself like I can do it. Even if I can't, I will accept the task, and I will pray, and I've already prepared my mind that this thing, it is difficult, but I can do it. So that word I can is what I'm using for myself now. No matter how it is, I can do it. If it will take me a long time, I can do it. And when my kids are coming like, Mommy, I can't do this, and I'm like, yes, you can do it. It's in you, you can do it. So that is my word.
okay. Is there any other mom? Can be what you said about yourself, what you said about your children, that you want to replace with a good affirmation now. Any other person? Okay.
So I want for one for me also is doing it afraid. Doing it afraid, even when it's not clear, is vague. Just do it. Just do it afraid. Even though it means you're doing it afraid, just launch out doing it afraid.
Yes. Do it afraid. Yes, yes, yes. Is there any other person? Please, Miss Yureti, is there any other, is there hands up?
Yes, please, can you hear me? Sorry, I'm driving, so it's maybe a little bit.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
One of the things I that has really helped me is that maybe if you said something about failure. So one of the things that do help me is if I do anything and it doesn't work out, I tell myself failure is part
of the journey. So when we allow that to sink into our mind, we will not see ourselves as a failure, but as an avenue for us to learn from either our mistakes or why it doesn't work out, or maybe we re-strategize. I believe so much in re-strategizing. I'm a risk taker. I can step into anything at any time, and I'm not afraid to take a step. And I'm not afraid to fail because I believe it's part of road to success. Growing up, my mom always tell us something. It's not easy to get to the top. So you just have to take that step, because when you sit down and you want to be comfortable, oh, until I gain more experience or until I know more about this thing, you will end up not doing anything, and time is gone. And time does not wait for anyone. So I just want to use this to encourage us. We should not see ourselves as a failure. We should not be afraid of doing it. There are a lot of potentials in us that are deposited inside of us, as mom especially, but because of the circumstances around us, even a lady was discussing with me recently that the husband does not even like her to take any step. Maybe she wants to do a business, but the husband will be like, "Oh, we buy it." Maybe you want to do who is going to patronize you? Anything. Who? Yes, we have some people like that around us. And one of the videos I think we did middle of last year, I said something about me. I don't even listen to you can't do it. Instead for you to tell me I can't do it, tell me, oh, maybe if you try this out with this workout, or let's look at it from this angle. That's a better way to say it. Don't tell me it's not going to work. If you tell me it's not going to work, then that's when I'm going to take that step. So I want us to see those potentials in us. I don't want us to see ourselves as, oh, I'm a failure. You're not a failure. I tell myself, Oluwadunsi, you are not a failure. The best is in you. The world is waiting for the manifestation of God in your life. Even at times when I'm afraid, because fear can grip our heart at times, I go to the mirror and I speak to myself. Oluwadunsi, hear the voice of the Lord. You are for signs and wonders. You are for testimony. You see this thing is going to work out well. You are going to progress. You are making it. You are getting there. You are going higher. Your skill will make room for you in high places. By the time I start saying that, I gain that confidence and you know, just move. So it is well. Thank you so much for this presentation. It's really, really a very nice presentation. So sorry I couldn't really participate because I've been driving since the morning. So, and I'm still driving. I just want to point out some things because I may not have time to talk again. I really want to appreciate all mothers coming in this morning. Thank you for joining. This is a group whereby we are bringing out the best in us as mothers and to encourage each and every one of us. It's not necessary you really have experience in this topic, but coming together, sharing ideas, like I was able to go through the chat. Some people were like, oh, I'm not the only one in this. Yes, you're not the only one. If you have passion for speaking, because this year we are so intentional, we want to bring you out from your comfort zone. Some people have this skill of speaking, but just because you don't have an avenue to practice, please get in touch. Get in touch with me, or you can get in touch with a project manager. If you have passion, you want to, one of these are Saturdays, you want to present, you have a topic you want us to discuss about. It's not about giving lecture, it's about we coming together and learning from each other. We are learning from each other. We are rubbing minds together because, this Saturday hangout have really been helping us to shed our weight of stress. We are learning a lot. Even me, myself, learning a lot. I always be at the back end. I want to learn too. I want to listen. I want to pick one or two things. Then two, mindful mom is not only for Blacks. It's not only for Blacks. We have Hispanic among us. We have white among us. We are not only Blacks. Though, even though the black founder may be a black, but we are not, it's not only black community, it's for mothers. So far, you are mothers, you are welcome. If you have any mom that is feeling isolated, depressed, please, you can as well introduce this group to them. Also, Mindful Mom is an avenue whereby we create shoulder for single mothers too. We understand the fact that not every one of us here have a partner or have married, situations happen. So we have single moms among us, and I want us to always encourage them as well. So I have to bring this out now because I don't want us to feel uncomfortable. Oh, this place is only for married. No, it's not about married alone. It's for mothers. So thank you so much, as speaker. I'm going to hand over the microphone to you.
Okay. Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Ma, for this opportunity. When she gave me this topic, I was thinking, what will I say? Because I'm still finding my foot on certain routines. I'm still finding it difficult, but like I said earlier, I ask questions and I reach out to people, my colleagues at work and all. My pictures might be black, but I looked for pictures that kind of relate to the situation. If you're a single mom, just know that, and maybe it's your first time here, just know that Mindful Mom is a place where it gives you direction. If you're a married woman and for that story you just said, Ma, about someone's husband telling the person who will buy, you can imagine what the man can be telling her. Even when people imagine when someone that is supposed to uplift you or raise you up, someone that is supposed to make your shoulders stand up, is the one pushing you down, is the one making you feel little about yourself. So if you're in that situation, Mindful Mom is for you. If you are an immigrant from anywhere and you just came to another country, you can't find your footing, Mindful Mom is a place for you. We're a place where we don't gossip in Mindful Mom. I've not even seen it. We don't gossip in Mindful Mom. We network. You network, and it's just where people just pour out things. You notice you are just chatting someone up for the first time and the person is telling you everything. The person is trying to help you out of situations. Mindful Mom is for you. Mindful Mom has helped me so much, especially the convener. I can call at any time. I can even message at any time. I'll think she's sleeping. Okay, let me just leave the message there. When she wakes up, and I see in the next minute she's replying me, and I'm asking her, "Do you sleep? Do you sleep?" And she'll just laugh. She'll say, "Don't worry about that." And she's answering me. We can take hours talking. So Mindful Mom is for you. I want to encourage each and every one. I'm still finding my footings. You are still finding your footings. Even the convener is still finding her footings. But when we come together as a community, we relate together, we reason together, we tend to do more exploits, even in our various locations. And I know that a time is coming where we'll have like a physical meeting and we'll travel to go and attend our physical meetings, to relax, to unwind, to unplug and all. I'm seriously rooting for Mindful Mom because Mindful Mom has helped me. Lastly, I want us to make a commitment today. Let us start it today. Let us call to action. That routine you've let fail, that routine that is too rigid that cannot be changed. Go and check your routine. Let's go. Even to me, let's go and check our routine and work on our routines. Let's arrange where it needs to be arranged. Let's make it not too flexible, not too rigid, that we can always work on it. And I know God will help us. I know there are Muslims here. I'm sorry. I know God will help us. Allah will help us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So I'm going to hand over.
Thank you. God bless. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you for coming.